For me, 2022 was one of the most challenging, controversial years, filled with worries and upsetting events, as well as ultimate moments of happiness. I've spent 2022 in 4 different countries, met more strangers than ever in my life, and learned very important lessons that I want to share with you today. They're very personal, subjective, honest, maybe cheesy, but very true to me. I hope you will find value in this little confession of mine, and please remember that everything that I say here is only my personal opinion, which is not the ultimate truth for everyone. Family is paramount. Anything can happen, but you can get through it with your loved ones by your side. At some moments of my life, I grew detached from my family. I thought I was too special, some kind of a misfit, but in a self-flattering way. But now that my immediate family has considerably shrunk, many connections are cut, and a lot of people that I looked up to turned away from me, I've reconsidered my attitudes. I've learned how important family is. Parents, grandparents, siblings, children, cousins, nephews, and nieces. When the whole world turns away from you, they will remain, even after they're gone, and it's precious. Embrace your weaknesses, but don't get too much focused on them. A couple of months ago, I made a video about how my weaknesses made me confident, and if you haven't watched it, you're welcome. And I still believe in everything that I said there, but since then I've looked into myself deeper, and I noticed that there are moments when I think I'm too fragile to endure everything that is happening to me, that my high sensitivity is skyrocketing, that I just cannot stand what's going on, and I'm on edge every given day. But then it takes just one moment of asking yourself, can you stop being upset right now? Without any self-pitying, without any drama, and trust me, I'm very dramatic in life. And then it just takes only that one question and it's gone. Over-focusing on my weaknesses, over-celebrating them does not make things better. You can't be ready for everything. Things can change in a split second. Plan A can be ruined, Plan B, Plan C, Plan D, but it's always easier to act through those failures, to accept your mistakes when you have initially fully acknowledged that things can go downhill all at once without any prior notice. I've been very confident in my life before, and it was a very painful yet important lesson. Real friendships should be built slowly. This thought has finally been crystallized in my mind very clearly this year, after quite a few years of failed friendships and consequent upsetting thoughts. It's a very deep and sensitive topic for me, which probably deserves a whole another video, but I guess you know what I mean. Slow friendships, not fast friendships. Never take important money-related decisions in panic. Oh yes, easily said than done, but now I'm trying to be much more diligent. In the first third of the year, Brian and I have lost a substantial part of our savings because we panicked. Of course, now we would act diligently, but this is the lesson learned. Trust people, but allow yourself distance if needed. I don't know what to add here, and I hope you know what I mean. Flexibility is great to have, but so is strength. And I mean it both physically and mentally. This year I've lost a lot of strength, and my natural flexibility is now actually harming me. So thus I'm working on rebuilding my strength, both mental and physical. And I'm back to strength training, for example, with kettlebell. Neglecting your own body and mind is a no-no. Self-harming tendencies can be manifested in many ways, especially when we are in stress or when we are bored. It takes ruthless honesty and attention to see and to notice it. No matter what we are told, truly loving and caring about our own selves is pretty hard. Self-love is easy only on the pages of self-help books or on the screens, but we should all learn this. Labeling yourself is a road leading to some pretty sad places. I mean, it's good to understand yourself better. Here on the channel I talk about mindfulness, high sensitivity, being an introvert, minimalist and multipotentialite, and I honestly don't consider those labels because they don't set strict boundaries and are just an invitation to explore yourself deeper. I'm talking about other labels that lock you up in a cage of compliance, many cages. I'm talking about the labels that were created by people who set strict rules and boundaries. They're like a suit or a dress, and once you put it on, you cannot take it off without being hurt. I'm deliberately not mentioning any concrete examples here. I think you can guess them, and it's yet another invitation to think. Changing geographies won't fix many problems. Of course, certain places and travels can absolutely contribute to your well-being, but they won't make your troubles go away. You will still be carrying a suitcase filled up with your past experiences, lessons, regrets, and unrealized dreams. And this year has shown me how I cannot run away from who I am. Being vulnerable comes with lots of challenges, but it's so worth it. I don't know what else to add. I'm sure you understand. When you force yourself to be nice, don't be. You always have the right not to be nice, not to smile, not to talk, not to be upset. This year I found myself in many situations when I was screaming inside because I didn't want to be freaking nice with certain people, but I still was. I was still making an effort, kind of. And at first I was feeling good because, extra conflicts don't make me happier, obviously. But I'm not neutral inside. I have my own values, I have different attitudes, and I want integrity. I want integrity in my attitudes, and I want to have the right of not being nice. Rest as much as you work. This is another hard-learned lesson. I've had several burnouts this year because I thought I can't afford being idle, that I constantly need to work on something to ensure, to provide, to calm the crazy monkey in my head. And Brian knows this trait of mine too well, and he always sees when I'm taking too much on me. And now I'm trying to finally listen to him. Herbal tea is good, but nothing can replace good black and green tea. Yes, it's a mundane and very boring lesson, I'm sorry, but it is important for me. I'm not a coffee person, but I adore tea. And here in the Balkans, there's a huge variety of all kinds of herbal teas, but very few variants of good black and green tea. Very few. And at first I thought I would be fine with that. By now I have at least 6 different types of herbal tea in my cupboard, but I kind of hate them. Yes, black and green tea are the best, and although they're caffeinated, they make my teeth enamel look even worse than it is, but it is what it is. That's what I love, that's what comforts me, and no compromise. Haters will hate, no matter what. Yeah, they will, and I will be just as upset about that as I used to be. I'm no longer illusional about this issue. Never say never, never be black and white, never be too dogmatic. This year has taught me a lot in this respect, and it relates to everything that you do in your life, to everything that you think. Narrowness of the mind and of a personal perspective can hide in pretty inconspicuous places. Money comes and money goes, and fair, honest generosity with others is one of the best investments. I've known this before, but this year, 2022, has yet again proven this to be 100% true. Grieving needs time, and you'd better give it enough time. Here I mean all types of grieving, from losing a loved one, from breakups, sudden unemployment, loss of home. I wasn't paying attention to myself enough, and I didn't realize I need to grieve away, and it cost me quite a few nervous breakdowns this year. If you want to say something good to a person, say it. Without any fear to look awkward or stupid. People are slipping away, as Moby sang in that wonderful song. So many bad, hurtful things are said in this world every given second. So if you have something nice to say to someone, do it. Do not hesitate. Humbleness does not presuppose the absence of self-respect and dreams. I am humble to accept everything that is happening to me in this life, but I have the right not to take back home everything that other people insistingly give me. I think you understand the metaphor. Personal conflicts of the past do not matter. Forgiveness makes you whole. Yet another canonical staple that I thought I understood before, but I didn't. Only this year I've been able to completely forgive a few people after I have understood them, after I saw what they were going through when they hurt me. Practicality is not always the best advisor. I regret leaving a lot of material things because I thought they were not practical enough for my indefinitely long travel. My sentimental items, crafting tools, my favorite dress, a bowl that was made in a tiny ceramic studio in the Altai Mountains. But the good thing is that now at least I have some space to create something new. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you find it valuable. Please feel free to share in the comments what you think, what lessons resonated with you the most, and maybe share some personal lessons that you learned from this year, 2022. And for now, be safe and keep your heart open, and I hope to see you soon. Пока-пока.